Hi, this is Peter Stanley. I'm going to make a new low pressure aeroponics system. I made one last year and it worked really well, but there's some improvements I can make. One, I think I overcomplicated it. And also I didn't have much of a reservoir, so I was running out of nutrients. I didn't have an easy way to change the nutrients, and everything I did would kind of disturb the roots. So I'm going to switch to a 2 bucket system. So the plant will go in the lid, and I'll drill a center hole. Basically, the main bucket's going to have holes drilled around it, and then the bottom there'll be a center hole in the very bottom that the submersible pump will attach through, and the spray manifold will connect to that from the inside, and then this will seat down inside the outer bucket, which will have the nutrient solution that'll come up through the holes, and so it'll everything will be self-contained in the top bucket, so I won't have to mess with the roots. And if I want to change the nutrients, I just lift it out, put it in another bucket that has fresh nutrients. So I've cut the parts that I need, and I'll put these in the description. This is a 396 gallon per hour submersible pump, and probably overkill for this, maybe, but they're relatively cheap. I think this one's like $20, but I found another brand that looks identical. I think it was Apollo Horticulture for like $10. I'll put links in the description. We're using 1/2 inch PVC, and this is a 1/2 inch threaded adapter that screws in, and it fits a 1/2 inch pipe on the other side. And I don't remember what it's called exactly, but I'll put that in the description as well. I've got a tiny piece of 1/2 inch wedged in here. I can't get it out. So basically 2 1/2 inch couplers, 2 caps, 2 3-inch pieces, 3 7/8 of an inch, and 1 1-inch piece, T adapter, and 2 they're not elbows, but they're kind of like, I don't know if it's 45-degree, but it's like a little less than looks like either a 30 or 45-degree. So kind of dry fit these together. I'm going to cement the part that attaches in here so they won't come loose. For the rest, they'll just be dry fitted. And also, for drilling the holes in the bucket, I'm using 11/16 and a 1/4 inch. And in the previous design, I used a tap to thread these in with, and I found that I saw this on a site selling these. 11/64 inch drill bit it's a drill that, and then these would just kind of wedge in there, and they're not going to come out. So that's another step that simplifies. And I'll show you what, I can't think of that. Brad point, that's the type of drill bit. I've got a set of these, but you could buy just one if you needed. But so it's a 11/64 inch brad point bit, and I'm going to show how to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and drill all of these and come back. That way it saves some time showing you this. And let me go ahead and dry fit it together. So this will be coupler coming from the bottom, the 1-inch piece. These are the parts that are going to cement together. This is going to go through the hole of the bucket from the bottom. This will go on the other side, wedge down, and the spray manifold will build on top of that. So we'll put one little piece there, T adapter, piece there, and the 3-inch pieces will go on the ends. And the caps. So this will be inside the bucket. I need to push these a little tighter, actually fit. It does fit once fit together, right? But so I'm going to drill a hole here, here, and here. I don't know. I'll decide when I'm drilling. I think I'm going to put 3, maybe 4 that'll be pointing up, and I might put some on the corners pointing down for when the roots grow down. But the more nozzles you put, the less pressure you have. That's the only concern. But with this pump, it should be okay. So these will be pointing out like that, here and here, maybe in the center, there, and possibly some in the corners. So anyway, I'll drill these and come back to that. And what I'm going to do now is go ahead and drill holes in my bucket. So I want to do a hole in the very bottom for my pump. And I don't have the exact bit. To make a perfect hole for the 1/2 inch PVC, I need a bit a little bit larger, but I'm just going to use what I've got, and I'll take a knife and open it up. So basically I need one big enough, just big enough for that to fit through. So it's going to there we go. So, nice tight fit. So this one, screw on the bottom of that. Actually, it would be this piece. And this go on the bottom of that. And that'll be like that. And then this would connect in there, but I need to fit those tighter to actually make that work. But yeah, so that should work. So I got that. Now I'm going to go ahead and also need to figure out how far to drill my holes. So I'm going to have to have this going through the center bucket as well somehow. I don't know, I need to figure that out. But so that's going to go that far down. So I don't want to drill any holes in the inside bucket past here. Okay. Get that out of the way.